see, September 28th, 1982. This is Joe Todd, interview with Dr. Samuel Coleman. Dr. Coleman, when were you born?
Well, who made it to be 105 years old? Can't be exact, but 77.
1877.
1900 and
when's your birthday?
I said, don't go to me.
I'm sorry.
I'm up in there on Tuesday. Birthdays. My daughter's got all that stuff. Now, '77, Christmas 25th. That's when it was.
December 25th?
Christmas 25th. 77.
Where were you born?
Huh?
Where were you born?
I was born in Louisiana, St. Joseph. Town.
And who was your father?
Never known it. Never known it.
What about your mother?
Brother Charlie died here about 3 months ago, or 2 months.
That's your brother?
Charles Coleman.
And who was your mother?
Sally Coleman.
Did you go to school in St. Joseph?
No. My mother left. She departed from that country when I was a baby.
Yeah. And where'd you move to?
Christmas.
You moved during Christmas?
18, no, not 8. Christmas. My birthday was December 25th.
1877.
Yeah.
After you left St. Joseph, where'd you move to?
Mississippi.
What part of Mississippi?
Rosedale, Mississippi.
How long did you live there?
Been there long time.
You go to school in Rosedale?
Yes. Very sure. Three.
What was the name of the school?
Oh, this is public school. There's no particular name.
How many years did you go to school in Rosedale?
Oh, went to school there until we left there.
When'd you leave?
No, I wouldn't holler. Because exactly.
And where'd you move to from Mississippi?
My mother moved to Eden. You mean in Mississippi?
Well, after you left Rosedale, where'd you move to?
That's been the Rosedale. It seemed to me Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
You moved to Hot Springs?
No. Arkansas. That's kind of hard to connect with my memory now. Now,
Where did you go to medical school?
I think I'm not mistaken. I'm still in Mississippi. It seemed to me, that is my recollection, it's been now and so long. I went to school. I knew I was in the public school of Mississippi. There's some hard for me to remember. I don't know why. But now, what did you ask me?
Where did you go to medical school?
Meharry Medical College, Nashville, Tennessee.
What year did you attend there?
Huh?
What year did you begin school there?
Oh, you mean medical?
Mm-hmm.
I just... Night. Oh, Now, that's that question. My memory's pretty bad.
Yeah. What year did you begin medical school? How old were you?
19. What did you ask me?
How old were you when you started medical school?
Excuse me.
Hey.
Was it after 1900 when you started?
I think so. Looks like the meetings around about that time in the 90s. Yes.
In the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in 97, you would have been 20 years old.
Yeah. When did you begin practicing medicine?
I was in Rosedale, Mississippi. Wait a minute. I was living there, but I was still connected with the state on medical examinations and all like that.
So you worked for the state of Mississippi in Rosedale?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Now, the other part, what'd you ask me?
You asked him where he started his medical practice.
Where did you start your medical practice? Did you start in Rosedale?
No, Fordyce, Arkansas.
Where?
Fordyce, Arkansas.
Fordyce, Arkansas.
Yeah.
What year? Do you remember?
Fordyce.
In Fordyce?
That's right.
What year was that?
This stuff's got me going.
Well, that's a long way back there.
I know, and I mean, I have to remember a whole lot, but I forgot all that.
Do you happen to remember approximately how many years you went to medical school? Do you remember how many years you went to medical school? How long?
4 years.
Okay, did you start your practice immediately when you got out of medical school? Did you start practicing immediately out of medical school?
Exactly.
In Fordyce? In Fordyce, Arkansas. That's where you started?
Yes.
Okay.
So around 1900 you started practicing?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you move to Hot Springs?
Oh, I practiced medicine, and Now, ask your question again.
Did you set up a clinic in Hot Springs, Arkansas?
Never did. Not.
Yeah, I was just curious because Pat Fraley mentioned that she thought that you had set up a clinic in Hot Springs.
What's that?
Pat Fraley mentioned that she thought you had set up a clinic in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
I never. I practiced there with Dr. Burrow was my friend partner. We had a joint office. That
How big was Hot Springs when you were practicing there?
is a small place.
Did you go to any of the bathhouses they had there?
Yes.
They had them set up then?
Mm-hmm.
It's what they call Bathhouse Row.
Right. And with
How long did you practice medicine in Fordyce?
oh, good long while till I almost ran me out of there. Back in those days.
How come?
I was getting a good practice. Doing a lot of white practice. To live with a lot of white babies, they didn't like it.
They didn't like that.
I didn't use them.
How many babies have you delivered
I
in your
don't
career?
know.
Hundreds?
I don't know.
Just
Gang of them.
a whole gang of them. How many years does your career span? How many years did you practice medicine altogether? How long did you practice medicine?
I remember first commit me. Give me a question. What is the question?
How long did you practice medicine? From the time you started your practice until you retired, how many years did you practice? How long? Do you remember? Was it 60 years or 70 years? Your practice.
Oh. Well, at that time, they didn't have boards.
How many black people lived in Fordyce, Arkansas? How many blacks lived in Fordyce?
Oh, lots of them, lots of them.
And the whites were upset because you were getting the white practice?
Yes. They got a little turbulence. And yet, I never paid any attention. I just kept it on.
Mm-hmm. Was the medical school you went to, was it an all-black school? Or you went to school in Nashville, Tennessee?
Yes.
Was it all black or was it integrated? Was it mixed?
Well, it was integrated.
It was all black?
You mean public school?
Yeah. Yeah, the medical school.
Well, no. The school I went to, Meharry, was considered a Negro school. At that time, Christians had a hand in the churches. Amy,
Methodist?
Yes, they had charge of the Freemasons. They had charge of it back at that time.
To regress just a little, was your mother born a slave?
Yes.
She was?
Yes.
In Louisiana?
Yes.
Did she talk about the times when she was a slave? Did she ever talk about those times?
No.
She didn't?
There's more million people about it.
Yeah. And you say you didn't know your father?
No.
Okay. When did you move from Fordyce? Did you move to Hot Springs from Fordyce? Did you move to Hot Springs from Fordyce?
No.
When you left Fordyce, where'd you go?
Arkansas. I practiced in Arkansas for quite a while.
Did you stay in Fordyce?
Huh?
Did you stay in Fordyce?
Did I do what?
How long did you practice in Fordyce?
Oh, quite a while. I wouldn't want to say exact, but it was quite a few years.
And then when did you leave Fordyce?
I couldn't know.
Or where'd you go to?
I'll hit that off. Up there doesn't seem to handle it at all.
You say you practiced medicine in Hot Springs?
Huh?
You practiced medicine in Hot Springs, Arkansas?
I'm practicing there now. I got an office there now.
Oh, you do? Did you move to Hot Springs from Fordyce?
Your question again.
Did you move to Hot Springs from Fordyce?
No.
Where'd you move to?
I got an office down there.
In Hot Springs?
Yes. Yes. I got most of my books back in those days, the records. I don't have them yet. I was there, I could just read a lot of stuff off. It sound kind of fine, but I don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
You see me, I'm a man. I've been through the devil's torment to practice medicine in Arkansas.
What'd you go through?
Put me in jail so many times I forgot it.
How come they put you in jail?
Because I was living white babies. I'd fight, I didn't care.
And they put you in jail for that?
Yes.
Was that in Fordyce?
No. I was all over Arkansas, whatever. They could, sometimes white doctors couldn't handle a case of a girl with a baby. I seem to have a perfect right and personal secret. I had to do a lot of chopping to sustain life with the baby and the mother. Even if he's yelling at it.
Well, it seems like you did a pretty good job.
It's a big job.
Mm-hmm.
You open perineum down there. Open it up. But don't let that split of any be involved. Although the feces cannot be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
I was complimented because I realized that sometimes definitely a surgeon couldn't keep that. He would want now, you see, that's the rectum bed.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perineum down there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so long from the rectum. But you can't deliver the baby and then unless you do a cesarean section.
Mm-hmm.
That's more momentum to me at my age now than anything else.
When did you do your first cesarean section?
I've never had a cesarean section.
Oh, you didn't?
No, but I could do it.
What, did you just practice just general medicine, general practitioner?
That's all.
That's all? You had a family practice?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of work practice.
Who were some of your most famous patients?
Hmm?
Who were some of your most famous patients?
I don't know.
You had lots of them.
You're not through.
Oh, no.
No.
Have to turn tape over.
Okay. Just a second, I'm going to stop this and turn this tape over.
Is it going? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
What?
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I didn't know.
How many did you have?
Oh, about 5.
5.
Or something like that.
Were you married? Were you married?
Was.
How,
Passed on.
how many kids did you have?
I never had too many of them. I just, let me see. In the marriage, well, I wouldn't.
What was your wife's name?
Well, and that's still down through the years.
How long has she been gone?
Was it right?
Yeah.
I don't recall just now seemingly recall the exact time of we had a church meeting one time, I know. I can't remember all about that. I got older.
Did you get married in Arkansas?
Yes.
You say they put you in jail for delivering white babies.
Yes.
What else did they do to you?
Well, it just ran me from town to town. I remember that, Mr. Coleman. He said, I was a moving man. I practiced to a town like it said wouldn't be long before we have to leave.
Well, you're a good doctor.
I think so. And I was honest, and I never thought that I would be so hard on them for what I was doing.
Did that leave you bitter?
They want the Negro practice.
Yeah.
You come down the whole thing, the black man didn't have nothing.
Did that leave you bitter? Did that leave you bitter for what they did?
Bitter?
Yeah.
No. God intended that I should suffer. And I suffered, I'm living. I've been through everything. I've helped more people than I can talk about.
Makes you a better man.
Yes, I'm living. Nobody bother me, I'm just what I am. Same old Sam.
Tell me something about your childhood. What's your fondest childhood memory?
Well, back in those days, now, more than them, they lived just not a top life, you know, but a low life. And church. Now what is your question again?
What's your fondest childhood memory?
Well, the biggest thing about that I was concerned and considered was my practice. I still have to come back to that. And I know that as childhood memory, in the series, our series, of course, that's how that's a young man who was there.
When did you decide you wanted to be a doctor?
I decided that in 1903.
1903?
Yeah. Yeah. The school that I attended was Meharry Medical College at Nashville. It still exists. $2 million, I guess. It's there with Vanderbilt in Nashville.
Is it part of Vanderbilt?
I went to Vanderbilt.
Oh, you did?
Yes, for some of my classwork.
Yeah. What year did you graduate from medical school?
Dr. Davis. 1900.
Was it 1903?
1903.
Is that when you graduated?
Mm-hmm.
79 years ago.
Isn't that something? My word. That's a long time. You practiced medicine a very long time.
Yeah.
My grandmother was born in 1902.
They didn't have back in those days. I can't remember my classmates.
You can?
I don't know whether I did or I did.
Who were some of your classmates?
Dr. Gordon, one of them. I had 41.
41?
41, that's on.
Who was in charge of the school when you were going there?
Dr. Hubbard.
Dr. Hubbard?
George W. Hubbard.
What kind of man was he?
Fine man. He's white. And he was very much concerned with he was a preacher too, a white preacher, and they looked after his interests while they helped him out.
Mm-hmm.
And Gordon, Dr. George, Dr. classmate I told you about, he's, I don't know whether he's living or not.
Dr. Gordon?
Yeah.
Did you, in World War I, were you practicing medicine in Arkansas? 1917, 1918?
What is that question?
Were you practicing medicine in Arkansas in 1917 or 1918? Did you do any work with the Army during the war?
No.
No? Because they had some black units in World War I and World War II also. I just want to know if you did any work with the black units during World War I.
No.
Mm-hmm. Did you do any work for the war effort? The help in bond drives or?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Was that in Fordyce?
It seems to me what is that question? I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
I can't, my memory ain't no good.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me what your most interesting case was?
Of what?
Practicing medicine.
Generally, I try to help all people, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Let them live. And I praise God for that. I don't know.
No. Yes, I do have one question. Doctor, when you started your practice, did you have any kind of anesthetics besides chloroform or anything like that? What did you use for an anesthesia? Did you have any?
Well, for anesthesia, I must say that I didn't have very many of such cases where I had to resort to anesthetics.
Oh, that's good.
No,
But I was just curious about that.
no.
You know, whether you had...
Well, but the practice was generally, I had a general knowledge of anesthesias and even image administration.
So you didn't really have to do much surgery?
No. I picked only emergency.
Only emergencies?
I would do it. I feel like I want to do that now if I have to.
How many broken arms and broken legs do you figure you must have set in the whole period of your career?
Oh, I couldn't see that. I used lots of them.
I imagine.
When you first started practicing, who was your nurse?
A knockout.
She was a knockout.
What was her name?
I don't know what they were. I paid no attention. I could add to it. So I kept my record clear.
Kept your record clear.
Was a knockout.
Oh,
It was a terrible time back there. I never was afraid about anything in the matter of surgery. I thought I always wanted to do it. But I realized that everybody can't.
In medical school, what was your favorite subject?
What is it?
What was your favorite subject in medical school?
What I wanted you mean, what is that subject?
What was your favorite subject? Did you like osteology or?
Oh, I don't know about theology, but I believe it was more or less sort of general practice. And I wanted to do what I could for the individual. Actually, I've never had any heart of me to go, but that is leading up to it. I was interested in humanity.
Can you tell me what your classes were like in medical school? What were your classes like in medical school?
My practice.
No, in medical school, what were your classes like?
What was
Well, when you were in medical school in Nashville, can you tell me what your classes were like?
What my class?
Yeah.
Well, in medical school, my class was, I don't get the question.
Okay.
He doesn't understand what you're saying, Joe.
What was it? Say it again.
What time did your classes start in the morning in medical school? In Nashville?
Yes.
What time did your classes begin in the morning?
Oh, they began about, it'd been 9 o'clock and all like that.
Did you live on campus? Did you live in a dormitory?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How many lived in the dormitory? How many students?
How many students don't do it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
Were there any women in the school?
Yes.
There were?
Yeah.
So did they become women doctors?
Huh?
Now, were they studying to be doctors?
Yes. Not many of them, but they were there.
Yeah. What were their names?
That's got me. That's gone.
Yeah.
But I know I can see them now. Oh, that goes.
Yeah.
I can't realize their names. And Susie, she was very smart. And all I know, her name.
Can you tell me what your class? Can you tell me what medical school was like?
What medical school
Yeah.
was what?
What was it? What was it like to go to school there in Nashville?
Oh. And I don't know what you realize in that question.
I imagine that's a pretty big question you have to answer, Joe. There's a lot to that.
Yeah. I don't know what specific question to ask, though.
Well, we don't know anything about medical schools. We don't know anything about medical schools, so, we're at a loss to know exactly what to ask you specifically about the medical school classes. We don't know anything about medicine.
No.
So,
Can you tell me about medical school?
What about it? You want to know?
ask him if there's anything he particularly remembers about it.
What's your fondest memories of medical school?
Probably getting out.
Memory?
Of medical school?
Yeah, I knew it was hard. And I knew again that if I graduated, I had to study hard.
What subjects did you study?
Oh, time my higher study was medical chemistry.
Medical chemistry?
Yeah. And well, I got now that wasn't so bad, but it was hard. Of medical chemistry and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't realize that was needed so hard, but had to have it to write these prescriptions, bring it down, and sit on a cigarette and that's all.
Doctor, if your classes started about 9 o'clock in the morning, you say?
A big pardon?
I said, you say your classes started about 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
How long was your day? How long did you go to classes and how long did you have to study each day?
In the morning, about 2-3 hours.
Your classes would be for about 2 or 3 hours in the morning?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do in the afternoons?
Well, go to classes right on.
All the way on through, all day long?
All day. Yes, ma'am.
And then study at night?
Yes.
Oh my, that's a long day. Did you have to work anywhere, or did you have...
I carried my bread in a paper sack.
Carried your bread in a paper sack? For goodness sake. Now that's something.
That's it. That's not a question. I went to white folks, I was able to have a service, you know, but trying to get through school.
So you had to work and go through school at the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my.
Where'd you work?
Working in the home with the husband.
You worked in homes then?
Yes.
What'd you do?
Cow ashes and one thing and another.
Did you have a cadaver that you worked on?
Yes.
Did they had cadavers back then?
Yes. I went my way through school, especially medicine, but I didn't see how to do it. If I didn't want to study medicine, I could have let it alone. I've done with it. But I wanted that doctor business, and I kept going. Now that's it.
Doctor, can you remember how much your tuition was for each semester? Can you remember what your tuition cost was?
Well, my mother ran a boarding house, and she had colored brakemen for boarders, and they're making good money with their companies like the railroad, and I was an offspring of hers, and I went on to school. She supported it, and that's it. That was in Roseville, Mississippi. So we kept it going. And it went on. I can't remember your question.
I asked you if you remembered approximately how much your medical school tuition was. Do you remember how much it cost you to go to medical school?
Well, it wouldn't know just how much, to be exact. It's back to well, back in those days, there's people that needed and wanted to be somebody, study, show themselves away. You know, I divide the word truth and live. I've always been like that. That's why I'm standing out now the same way. And in my own recollection, I had the responsibility of knowing that I was doing my part, and I've been through it. So much so until I know what to say.
Well, we better.
I think our tape's getting to the end of it.
Doctor, I want to thank you.
Yes.